Hello once again, everybody. Welcome to my music channel. I am Todd the Mod. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. And if you are brand new, welcome aboard. It's good to have you. Here we just talk about everything music, vinyl records, CDs, cassettes, all kinds of fun stuff. Per my last video on Sunday, and I will post a link up here somewhere, I told you guys that I was going to go out with the missus and celebrate our 14th wedding anniversary. And we did. And went out to eat, had a nice brunch at our favorite place called the Broken Yoke. And then we went to Zia's. Actually, I went to Zia's while she went shopping to get stuff for the bathroom that we're redecorating. And so it's like giving the keys to the candy store here, you know. Let me go into Zia's for a couple hours. I'll be content. Found a lot of great stuff, which I'm going to share with you in just a moment. And then we went to the casino and won some money, lost some money, but had a lot of fun. Yeah. We're kind of low-key people, so, you know, did something low-key. So, there you go. Yeah, Zia's Records. There you go. Got this at Record Store Day last year in April. But anyway, speaking of which, is coming up, and I really am excited about the list that's coming out this year. I usually find at least one or two things. This time I found about 6 or 7, so I'm really, really excited of what things are coming up. And in fact, on a video coming up, I shall discuss that. But right now, let's go on. I'm actually going to review a product really fast before we get into vinyl. I've been feeling really nostalgic, like really retro. So, I mean, obviously we all collect records here, and, you know, that's pretty retro. Turntables, cassette decks, that kind of thing. Remember back in the 80s? And maybe the 90s too, but definitely in the 80s, we made mixtapes. We had to really think about what songs we wanted on this mixtape because it spoke how we felt. And that's how we expressed ourselves. So I've been feeling kind of nostalgic for that. Now I have tape decks all over the house. Like I have about 5 or 6 of them, but they're not portable. And so I wanted a Walkman. I actually researched how much a Sony Walkman goes for now. And I was like quite surprised. They're like $300 or more. I'm like, really? So I was looking for some alternatives. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on this. And so for my anniversary, my wife got me this cool KLM portable cassette player. What's really cool about this thing is that it has a SD card you can put in there, and you can transfer your tapes onto the SD card, and then it has a flash drive you can actually stick that little SD card onto your computer and transfer it to your computer. Put it on a CD or put it on your phone, whatever you need to. So really fast, going to unbox this. I've already unboxed it already and tried it out. Comes with a great instruction manual, some really cool stuff in here. Packaged really nicely. This is the, and by the way, this is the KLM, excuse me, K7. And I'll put a link down below in case you're interested in getting one of these. Has a built-in speaker. I mean, it's not the greatest speaker in the world, but actually it sounds halfway decent. Pretty easy to operate. Put the cassette in there. So the SD card goes right in here. I'm not going to pop it out because I actually did, and it flew across the room, and I had to stop the video and go find it. Anyway, you turn it on. Oh, headphone jack, which comes with some really good headphones, actually. Pick this out really fast. It has a little magnetic to keep it together. A little tie that comes with. Sounds really good. It actually has different earpieces you can put on there in case I know people have different ear sizes. I know I have to get smaller ones for my ear. Another accessory box. Here is where you'll find your charger. Plugs into a 5-volt or your computer to charge it. And then here's where the little SD card is. It's actually in the cassette, but that's what it comes in, a little case for it. And then here's that little flash drive. If you can see it here. And you just stick the little SD card in here, hook that to your computer. And then in here also too is basically those little rubber things. You can change the ear things on it. So pretty easy to operate. You just got to turn it on here. Turns on, tells you hi. Tells you there's no SIM card. That's because I have nothing recorded on here. But you can hit play, hold down the record button, and it records. Hold down the record button again to stop recording. And I think it's like 64 gigs. So it's not too bad. And of course, you can actually listen to your recordings directly from the SD card on the cassette player itself. So not a bad quality. Holds a charge for a long time as well. And I've transferred some cassette tapes onto my computer, and the sound is actually really, really good. So really happy with that. I mean, technically, I could take a cassette deck, plug it into a computer, and do it that way, but this is a lot easier. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you, the KLIM K7. Check it out if you're interested. I'm going to use it to make mixtapes, or make a mixtape on my cassette deck and put it in here and be old school. So anyway, on to vinyl. So what did I get at Zia's? Well, let's talk about retro here. This I actually had in my collection back when it first came out in, I want to say toward 78, 77, 78 maybe. My mom took me to go see the movie. The next day I took my allowance and got the soundtrack. Of course, it didn't survive my when I had to sell my record collection back when the recession hit, but it's the soundtrack to Grease. So I figure for $8 I get it again, and it's actually in really good condition. I mean, we've all seen this movie. It's a classic musical. Come on. It's, it's right up there with West Side Story in my book. I still watch it from time to time. I have the DVD, and it's really cool. So, yeah, I mean, Olivia Newton-John. Boy, do we miss her. Great vocalist. And, of course, you got John Travolta. Like, oh, my God, it's John Travolta, my God. So, I know he doesn't really talk like that, but, anyway, yeah. Hopelessly Devoted to You. What a great song. Still love it. You're the One That I Want. Sandy, Summer Nights. You know the songs. There we go. All right. Moving right along. Found this in the A section, and it didn't have a cover, and it was only 99 cents. And actually, I have my original copy of this with the cover, but it's The Police, Señora Mendota, their third album. And it's actually in really good condition. So I thought, it's 99 cents. How are you going to say no to the Police? So I have my original copy that has the cover and actually has the insert with different pictures on it. And then I have this 99-cent copy. So why not? Why not two? Making my way to the alphabet here. I go to the B's, and I notice Billy Bragg. I love Billy Bragg. So I'm like, okay, I'll take a look. And to my pleasant surprise, I saw a Billy Bragg album I've never seen before. It is Billy Bragg, The Roaring 40, 1983 to 2023. It's a greatest hits. I taped the hype sticker to the plastic here. This is the first thing I put on my turntable when I got home. It's got really cool picture here of Billy rocking it out in front of thousands of people. Comes in a wonderful orange color. Pretty cool. And gosh, this album is just amazing. Yeah, let's see here. A New England. Love that song. One of my favorite songs by him is Greetings to the New Brunette. It's on here. Of course, we have Accident Waiting to Happen, Sexuality with Johnny Moore and Christy McCall. And yeah, it has pretty much all the songs I love by Billy Bragg, except for one song that I love it. It's not on here, though. However, speaking of Billy Bragg, I found this. Billy Bragg's Don't Try This at Home, which has one of my favorite songs in here, too, called Tank Park Salute. Also has Sexuality, You Woke Up My Neighborhood. That's the name of the album, actually. Oh, no, it's called Don't Try This at Home, but You Woke Up My Neighborhood, which is a great song. Accident Waiting to Happen. Geez. So what's cool about this is that it's signed. It's signed by Billy Bragg. It's an autographed copy. Now, when Zia's has something that's somewhat collectible, like an autographed copy of something or maybe a special pressing, they'll put 2 protector sleeves on it and tape it so you can't open it up. And I'm kind of glad they did that so no one can screw around with the signature or anything like that. So I didn't get to actually open it up until I took it home. And what's cool about Zia is if you ask them to open up to check the quality, they do it for you. But I was like, I trust Zia's. So let's open this up here. It's pressed on 45 RPM. It's a 2-record set. Oops. Comes in a really crappy paper sleeve, which I will fix. I'll get some plastic ones instead. So yeah, orange and pink label. And then, of course, it has, which it probably should be in here. It's probably a better protective. It's in actually these record sleeves here with all the lyrics so you can sing along to your favorite Billy Bragg songs. But when I saw this, I had 4 reactions to it. 1, score. I have it on cassette and I have it on CD. Never owned it on vinyl. Second was, it's autographed. So I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. So I had to look at it, make sure that was that was his signature. And it is. My third reaction was, who gives up their signed copy of a Billy Bragg or anything that's signed by the artist? And then number 4, I got to thinking, well, remember when you sold your album collection because you hit a recession and lost your job and needed the money? So I kind of felt bad for this individual. They probably had to sell it because they needed the money. So just, I doubt they're watching. But if you happen to be watching and this was your copy, it's in good hands now and it's being played. And I'm in heaven. It's such a great album. So yeah, 2 Billy Bragg albums. Really cool. In the B section, it's kind of weird how this played out because lately I've been thinking about that group Big Star. And if you don't know who Big Star is, look them up. They're from the 70s. Alex Chilton might ring a bell. He was the lead singer of the Box Tops. You remember that song, The Letter, back in the 60s? It was a big hit. Formed a band with Chris Bell called Big Star. Didn't do much. They should have been a lot bigger than what they were. But they influenced so many bands. And speaking of one, I never travel far without a little Big Star. The Replacements, Alex Chilton. Look it up. Anyway, Big Star. I was watching this the other day, actually last week. It's called Nothing Can Hurt Me. It's the actual documentary on Big Star. Saw it years ago. I think it was on Netflix. Instantly ordered the DVD because you know how Netflix is. They have titles for a while, and then they go bye-bye. So I wanted to make sure I had a copy of that. So I was watching it, and lo and behold, there's actually a soundtrack for it. It's Big Star, Nothing Can Hurt Me Now. All right. I have I have their number 1 record. I have their greatest hits on vinyl. So this is kind of cool to have this. It's basically kind of like the greatest hits, but it's more songs to the movie. Has a great gatefold of Big Star. There's Chris Bell, Alex Chilton, and the other 2 members. Has demo versions, has different monitor mixes, movie mixes of the songs. Has I Am the Cosmos by Chris Bell, which was a solo thing that Chris Bell did. And Kangaroo, 13, In the City, which we all know that from that 70s show. Cheap Trick did a remake of that one. Studio Banter. I mean, I am so excited to listen to this. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but when I saw this, I'm like, I have to have this. What's cool about it, it's an Omnivore re-release, which they've actually done a lot of stuff. Like I know they re-released Jellyfish first 2 albums and a whole bunch of other stuff by them. But it's in this translucent, I guess, orange you could say, color, which is very cool. Didn't know that until I opened it. And same thing for the other one. That's just more of like same color. So yeah, Big Star. Love it. Can't wait to hear it. I have their, like I said, number 1 record, Radio City? Radio Star? No, Radio City, I think it is. And then, which was their second album. Don't have their third. And then I got their greatest hits a couple years back. So this leads into the next group. In the Street was the song that Cheap Trick remade for that 70s show. So speaking of Cheap Trick, I saw this and was like, what the heck? Cheap Trick authorized greatest hits. When I was in elementary school, you couldn't, not turn on the radio and not hear one of their songs. So classic rock. I mean, once in a while I go for that, and I do like Cheap Trick. They have a lot of cool songs. So really cool. It's clear vinyl, unplayed. Haven't played it yet. Both of them are clear vinyl. Great songs. Has the live version of I Want You to Want Me, which is better than the actual studio version in my opinion. Surrender. Probably my all-time favorite Cheap Trick songs. Dream Police, that 70s song based on In the Street. It's on here. Can't Stop Falling in Love. Not a bad song. So yeah, Cheap Trick. Now, let's get back to my genre of music, which was like Billy Bragg, alternative 80s, that kind of stuff. This is more like underground 90s coming up. I saw this and didn't know this was reissued. So here's a reissued copy of one of my favorite bands, The Sundays, from 1990 from the UK. It's Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic, their debut album. One of the best debut albums I've heard, honestly. From start to finish, this is wonderful. I have an original copy of it on plain black vinyl, which is right here, which came out in 1990. Put that over there. That's just, like I said, on plain black vinyl. I'm not a big fan of these dang paper sleeves. I wish they would do away with them. But anyway, comes in like this dark gray color, which is really cool. Already listened to it when I got home. I know this album like the back of my hand. I just love this album. They were so great in concert too. Oh, if you are a Sundays fan and never got to see them, I'm so sorry. But if you haven't heard of the Sundays, listen to the song "Here's Where the Story Ends." It is a wonderful, wonderful song. And if I can, I'll try to play some samples.
People I know, places I go, make me feel tongue-tied. And I can see how people look down there on the inside. Here's where the story ends.
That's my findings from Zia's. That's what I walked out of there. I could have walked away with a lot more. I actually put some stuff back. Just because I wasn't feeling it. Record Store Day is coming up in April. So we're in March now. So a little more than a month away. And I've found some really cool stuff that I want. And now it's a matter of, do I go to the In-Groove or do I go to Zia's? I feel like going to the In-Groove, which is my favorite record store. I like Zia's a lot too, but if I can, I try to go to the In-Groove, which is more of a mom and pop shop, and it's I like to support smaller businesses. But if I got to see what Mike is going to do for Record Store Day and what he's going to have, so I'm hoping he has everything I want, because I am actually considering camping out this time. I usually don't do that. And excuse me as I play around my computer. I usually don't camp out. I usually just get up really early and stand in line. But I'm actually thinking about camping out this time. I might do it. And what I mean by camping is I'll get there at 2 or 3. I don't think I'll fully camp out. I know some people line up like at 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night or maybe even earlier. I don't know. But considering it, what are your thoughts? Do you do that? Do you care? Any Record Store Day stuff that they're announcing that you want? Drop me a comment below. Let me know if you want any more information on that cassette player. Be happy to send that to you. I will put a link to that. It's from Amazon. Pretty easy to get. Do you have any of these albums? Billy Bragg, Cheap Trick, The Sundays, Grease Soundtrack, The Police. Drop a comment. Let me know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not my subscriber. Would love to have you on board. Before I go, I almost forgot. I want to do a shout out to another channel. It's called Married to Vinyl. It's a husband-wife team. They have 587 subscribers. They show, to me, the greatest music because it's up my alley. It's the music that speaks to me the most. We have a lot of similar taste, and I just really enjoy how they present their records and where they go. And how they talk about the music. So I'm really enjoying their channel. I'm going to put a link to their channel where links go, which is right down here. I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be actually shooting the video for Wednesday. I'm going to release videos on Wednesday as well. Now that I'm getting more stronger and my health is improving, and I'm doing my recovery and things are going very well, I'm going to start doing a series. And it's a series that I'm kind of stealing an idea. So, I'll tell you about it later. But anyway, thank you for watching again. Be good to each other. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.